Footage released by the Israeli Defense Forces show aerials of various targets hit in Gaza overnight. Israeli Defense Forces and the Israel Security Authority said that it destroyed sites liable to endanger the troops who are preparing on the Gaza periphery for a ground maneuver, as well as dozens of mortar and anti-tank missile launcher positions. Palestinian media reported that the Israeli attacks concentrated on the Gaza Strip's center and north. A strike on a house near the Jabalia refugee camp in northern Gaza killed several Palestinians and wounded others, according to media reports. As Palestinians await an anticipated Israeli ground operation into Gaza, the United Nations warned that civilians were running out of places to seek shelter. Plumes of thick smoke filled the Gaza skyline on Monday, October 23rd, as Israel bombarded the besieged Palestinian enclave with more airstrikes. Japanese aid packages arrived at a school sheltering displaced Gazans in Khan Yunis on Monday, after a third convoy of aid trucks entered through Rafah crossing from Egypt, bound for the besieged Gaza Strip. We don't want aid. We want to return to our homes. Enough with the killing of our children and slaughtering us. We don't sleep, neither during the day nor at night, due to the shelling and the misery we are living in. Enough. We do not have patience anymore. We are drained. We don't feel human anymore. Earlier today, Israelis at the border area near Lebanon packed their belongings and evacuated their houses. Israel expanded planned evacuations of communities on its northern front with Lebanon on Sunday, as cross-border clashes with fighters from Lebanese group Hezbollah have intensified since the war in Gaza erupted more than 2 weeks ago. The mother of 2 Israeli girls being held hostage in Gaza voiced her anger as she described how her children saw the rest of their family being killed. I have a lot of hope. I have faith. I demand my government, the army, to bring my girls back with all the hostages, the soldiers. I demand the world do it already, not sit in offices and talk and hold news conferences, to bring them back now. Video footage from southern Israel showed rockets being fired from Gaza on Monday. Israeli troops and tanks are now massed on the Israeli-Gaza border, but how soon they might launch a ground invasion aimed at rooting out Hamas was not clear. Fears that the Israel-Hamas war could spread into a wider Middle East conflict rose over the weekend, with Washington warning of a significant risk to U.S. interests in the region and announcing a new deployment of advanced air defenses. In response to the growing conflict, leaders of the United States, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, and Britain underscored their support for Israel and its right to defend itself, but also urged it to adhere to international humanitarian law and to protect civilians. In a joint statement issued after a virtual meeting on the ongoing war between Israel and the Hamas militant group, the leaders welcomed the release of 2 hostages by Hamas and called for the immediate release of all remaining hostages.